6 signs you're becoming a toxic person. Sign number 1. You're always manipulating others. Toxic people often use manipulation as a way to control others. And they may use tactics to get what they want from others. Imagine that you have a friend who is always manipulating you. They might use guilt trips to get you to do things for them. Or they might use emotional blackmail to make you feel bad for not doing what they want. This kind of behavior can create a toxic dynamic in the relationship, where one person is always trying to control the other. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, people who engage in manipulative behavior are more likely to experience negative emotions like guilt and anxiety. This can also create a cycle of mistrust, where the person being manipulated begins to doubt their own feelings and instincts. Sign number 2. You're a chronic complainer. Complaining is a normal and healthy way to express dissatisfaction or frustration with a situation. But when it becomes chronic, it can create a toxic environment for yourself and those around you. Chronic complaining is characterized by a persistent negative outlook and a tendency to focus on problems rather than solutions. Imagine that you're always complaining about your job, your relationship, or your living situation. You might feel as though you're venting your frustrations. But in reality, you're creating a negative atmosphere that can be draining for those around you. According to a study published in the Journal of Social Psychology, chronic complaining can have a negative impact on mental health and well-being. The study found that individuals who engage in chronic complaining behavior are more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety. Sign number 3. You're always jealous or possessive. Toxic people often exhibit jealousy or possessiveness towards others. They may feel threatened by other people's accomplishments, or they may feel as though they need to control the people around them. Imagine that you have a romantic partner who is always jealous of your friendships with other people. They might insist that you spend all of your time with them, or they might become angry or upset when you spend time with other people. This kind of behavior can be incredibly damaging to relationships, as it can create feelings of resentment and mistrust. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, jealousy can have a negative impact on relationships. The study found that jealous behavior can lead to feelings of mistrust and decreased relationship satisfaction. Sign number 4. You're constantly seeking validation. Validation is important for building self-esteem and confidence. But when it becomes a constant need, it can lead to toxic behavior. Validation seeking is characterized by an obsessive need for external validation and approval, often at the expense of one's own values and beliefs. Imagine that you're constantly seeking validation from others, whether it's through social media likes or compliments from friends and colleagues. You might feel as though you need others' approval to feel good about yourself. But in reality, you're creating a pattern of behavior that can be exhausting and unsustainable. According to a study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, individuals who engage in validation-seeking behavior are more likely to experience symptoms of anxiety and depression. This can also lead to a decreased sense of self-worth and a lack of authenticity in relationships. Sign number 5. You're always using other people's kindness. Taking advantage of the kindness of others is a form of toxic behavior that can strain relationships and damage trust. This behavior can take many forms, such as consistently asking for favors without reciprocating or failing to follow through on commitments. Imagine that a friend offers to help you move into your new apartment. Instead of expressing gratitude and returning the favor in the future, you consistently ask them for additional favors without offering anything in return. This pattern of behavior can create resentment and frustration for your friend, ultimately damaging the relationship. Research has found that individuals who consistently take advantage of the kindness of others may struggle with feelings of entitlement and may have difficulty regulating their behavior in social situations. This can ultimately lead to strained relationships and feelings of isolation. Sign number 6. You're passive-aggressive. Passive-aggressive behavior is a form of indirect aggression that involves expressing negative feelings in a subtle or covert way. This can be toxic because it creates a hostile environment and can lead to misunderstandings and conflict. Imagine that you're upset with a friend for canceling plans at the last minute. Instead of expressing your frustration directly, you might make snarky comments or give them the silent treatment. This kind of behavior can create tension and make it difficult to resolve the issue. According to a study published in the Journal of Interpersonal Violence, passive-aggressive behavior is associated with increased levels of aggression and conflict. It can also lead to decreased relationship satisfaction and difficulty resolving conflicts. If you're exhibiting any of these signs, it's important to take a step back and reflect on your behavior. It's never easy to admit that you may be becoming a toxic person, but acknowledging the problem is the first step towards making positive changes. Remember, toxic behavior is not something that you're born with. It's a learned behavior that can be unlearned with time and effort. By taking responsibility for your actions and working to change your behavior, you can create a healthier and happier life for yourself and those around you. If you like this type of video, let us know by smashing the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching Successeum.